All right, ladies and gentlemen, Melina wants to say thank you to her family. Now, her family, her immediate family, and some of my family members have been incredible throughout my life. They've been so good, they've been incredible supports. So I say that my bestie really inspired me and really got me to do this. But I have family that's been so supportive. Like, my family is incredible. They are awesome. And so, you know, you can't get someone like me without a good family, right? Like, it just doesn't work, right? Like, I had great parents. My parents were amazing people. My siblings are incredible. The whole family, the younger kids in the family too. I'm not that close to everybody in the family. Like, I just don't know them that well, but I do know that people in my family are. I mean, I know them all very well, but I'm just more like, we're all grown up. We all have our own families. We all have our own lives. So, but everybody from the youngest ones to the oldest ones are all so incredible, and they're just amazing. There's somebody in my family that is going to be the biggest star in the world, and you will totally see. And I'm not going to give any hints or any. I'm close to all my family members. All my family members are incredible. I'm not going to give any hints or anything. You will just see this person emerge. They are already performing live. They are already performing live, and when you see them, and I mean, eventually, once they're famous, it'll come out that I know them because they're related to me, and you will see, and you'll be like, "Oh my God, this is what Melina and Marco were talking about. This is incredible. I cannot believe this." You will see, and you will be like shocked, guys. I'm shocked when I see this family member of mine perform. They are mega talented. Like, I think I'm talented, yes, for sure, and I look amazing. But when you see this, when I was growing up, I never really, had a talent for playing an instrument, or never had a talent for being in professional dance, or never had a talent for being, in even voice lessons or anything. I just wang it, winged it, don't wang it, winged it the entire time. But this person has formal training of all kinds. They are going to floor you. They are so awesome. You will not believe it when you see them. And of course, you saw my dad, 84 years young, Pond Life. If you look that up, you're gonna see him. I think it'll show up if you search that. You will see him, and you'll see the resemblance. And this person in my family resembles both me and my dad. So you'll see, and you will see, and you will be floored, guys. It's incredible. And I'm a talent for sure. I'm definitely a talent. I must say, I really feel like I'm a mega talent, darlings. But when you see this family member of mine, you'll be like, oh my God. I cannot believe the things they can do. I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, um, looking forward to that, very forward to that. I'm really excited about that. And I want to say, you guys, that it's important that you guys know that that if you have talent in your family, or this is something that is in your family too, like someone like my bestie could definitely have been a celebrity for sure. She was so beautiful. Even if she had no talent whatsoever, she'd be good enough to be a celebrity because she was so beautiful. But I find that it's just like so rare to meet people like that. But there are people that are, and there are people that are watching my channel right now that are like that, and I'm like, oh my God. Some people on my channel that watch, I'm like, you are incredibly adorable. You're so good looking, and I'm like, oh my God. Um, Now I love all my fans. It doesn't matter if they're good looking or not. But as soon as I just see them, I'm like, thank you. You watch. I'm so grateful. All my fans are important to me. Every single one of my fans. But it just floors me to see. And I mean, obviously I'm connected to my beauty enough that I recognize I am, but when I see people that watch, and these people are like adoring fans, like they are so nice, they love my channel, And so I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is exactly the support I need. Um, all my fans, it doesn't matter if you're gorgeous or not. I love all my fans very, very much. I love all my fans because, at the end of the day, sometimes people that are gorgeous don't really, well, obviously, anybody might not have time to watch a channel, but sometimes people that are gorgeous are busy doing their own thing or entertaining themselves, so they don't watch as much, they just subscribe. So all my fans, and not that I'm saying people that aren't gorgeous don't do that, but there's people that are all walks of life watch my channel. All walks of life are important to me. That's the bottom line, right, guys? I know people that are of all walks of life that are very, very busy, and they still watch my channel a lot because they listen. I mean, I know people in my family that watch a lot and just not watch a lot. They don't watch a lot. My family does. I don't even know if my family watches. I don't know if they watch, um, but um, but yes. So you don't have to be attractive to be very, very, very busy. I've seen lots of people that are like rich like crazy and they're not gorgeous. Like Elton John to me isn't the most gorgeous guy. He's good looking for sure, but he's not like the most. He's not known for his gorgeousness. Um, he's good looking for sure, and he's got sex appeal because he is a star. But he's not known for being like a Channing Tatum type. That could change. He could definitely lose weight or work out more, but be that way. But he's not typically seen that way in that light, but he's obviously very, very, very busy. So you could be anybody could be busy. It doesn't matter who you are. But I'm just saying that I've seen some people that watch my channel lots, and they're like, oh, I all I do is watch because they don't perform, so they would rather watch, right? They might be very, very busy doing other things, but they don't perform, so they don't really have other things in the way. But obviously, even though people perform, I watch videos a lot. I love watching videos. I can enjoy them all day long while I'm doing other stuff. So I'm very busy, but so forget I just said all that stuff. It doesn't make any sense, guys. The whole point of it is all my fans are important. Every single one of my fans are important. And like I said, sometimes it floors me to see how attractive my fans are. I see some fans and I'm like, if you don't have a viral channel, I'm not sure how that's gonna work because you are so good looking that I'm sure people would watch it like crazy and you'd be a star right away. Of course, they might have channels that are early on, like they're probably budding stars, um, but yes, so I'm very grateful to having fans that are so good. And I think I think people are very hard on me because when I go out in public, I'm not necessarily like easygoing or talkative or whatever. And I think people just mistaken that for being like rude. But I'm trying, there was a person on TikTok that was talking about if you're overweight, you're sloppy and fat. If you're too skinny, you're on drugs. If you're if you're talking to people that you don't know, you're fake. If you're mean, you're a bitch or an asshole. If you're nice, people think you're a pushover and they don't care about you and they think, why are you like that? There must be something wrong. If you're, all these things that people were saying, and I'm like, yeah, that's so true. Like, I know for me, and I don't do this on purpose, right, guys? But when you see someone for the first time, and you just automatically assume things, and you shouldn't really, right? You shouldn't really assume anything because you don't really know the person. And I think it's pretty normal. Like, unless you're actually sitting there talking to someone, for the most part, I think everybody is like this, where if you're actually talking to someone, unless some people are just really rude and crazy, but I think if you're actually sitting down and talking to someone, you're not going to be rude. You're not going to be like, get out of here, unless they say something that's inappropriate or whatever. But you're going to be pretty nice. I mean, for the most part, I'm nice to everyone, but sometimes you meet someone and they just say, you just see people walking around, you just have all these judgments because that's how people are, right? They have all these judgments to protect themselves, right? Like trust is something you have to earn, and so people will have judgments to protect themselves. So I don't do it on purpose, but sometimes I'm very, I'm kind of like, well, that person was this or that person was that, and it's an instant thing that you react to. But when people actually, are 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 responding to that judgment and sort of like saying it out loud, you're like, well, that's not cool, right, guys? But sometimes you can't help it, right? But I mean, like for me, there's so many times where people thought I was on drugs or that I was sick because I'm so fit and thin. But being fit and thin is actually the healthier way to be, and it's rare to be fit and thin. But people are like, you're not well because you're so thin. But I'm better than I've ever have been in my entire life, and of course I've had fit times before. So people are like, you're on drugs, you're this that. I don't take any drugs. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't even drink coffee. So I don't do any of that. So people might say you're on drugs, but really, I don't do any of that. But the point of that whole speech was that a lot of people are just so quick to say they have, and this is normal, right, guys? It's normal to have thoughts about people when you first meet them. It's normal to react. People, first impressions are what they are. First impressions. You can't help them. A lot of people can't deny that they have first impressions, and they see people a certain way when they meet them, of course. But you have to, and that's normal. So it happens with everyone. But that's why you have to be yourself and do what you want, right? You shouldn't have to worry about, what people are saying because a lot of people just judge initially for people they don't know the nastiest way possible. They don't do it on purpose, but that's just how people are, right? So it's not like you can control it, and they don't mean it. It's just that's what they think when they first meet someone that they don't know, and they have all these judgments. I mean, luckily for me, I get the positive judgments. I mean, people thinking that I'm on drugs when I'm not actually on drugs because I'm so thin and gorgeous. Well, that's cool. I don't mind that judgment because they just do it because I'm attractive and thin. But I mean, it's not like it's unheard of to be judged by someone you don't know. Um, it's just that what you do with that judgment or whatever. And like the thing is, okay, when I actually sit there and I'm actually talking to someone, when I actually like even when a fan comes up to me, if a fan comes up to me and I'm in a good mood and I'm just like sitting there relaxed and I'm like approachable, then yes, I'm gonna take a picture with them. Yes, I'm gonna do a video with them if they ask properly. Not properly, but if they ask a certain way, then it's easily approachable for me. And I'm like, yes, of course. A lot of my fans are so adorable. I don't care who the fan is. If they want a picture with me, of course I'm going to do it. Paris Hilton is the same way. Kim Kardashian learned from Paris Hilton. She's the same way. Of course, why not, right? Like my fans are very important to me. They get me my views. They get me my counts. So of course I'm going to do that for them. And of course, and fans are very grateful for that. They really are loving that, and it's really flattering. It's better than someone judging you initially because they don't know you and they just say, oh, you're on drugs. I'd rather get a fan that it doesn't matter who, that's like so supportive that wants a picture with me and a video or something. Like, and I'm like that. Even when people videotape me, I don't like it necessarily. I prefer not to be videotaped when I'm walking around, but people will do it, and that's okay. I mean, I don't like it, and I think if people want to respect me, they won't do it. But if people want to videotape me because they think I'm gorgeous, I mean, sometimes I'm like, I'm just like, I don't want to be videotaped. But I mean, it makes sense. I'm very gorgeous. At the end of the day, if somebody makes a lot of money because they videotape me, then I'm more than happy for that because I'm gonna make a lot of money on YouTube and TikTok, so why not them, right? I don't mind, really, but some days I just don't want to be videotaped or photographed, but I mean, I can see why people like it. It's just, usually when I go out, I'm not thinking about any of this. I'm thinking, oh, I want to get my day done, I want to do this, that. And so when people videotape me, I'm like, whoa, this doesn't jive with what I was planning for my day. Um, but a lot of people will videotape because they don't necessarily respect me. I'm not necessarily always, but they don't respect me, so they're just like, I want to use him to get money, which is not a big deal to me, really. But I'm like, that's not nice. But of course, people have cell phones, people will videotape whatever. But I prefer not to be videotaped when I'm in public. But But like Sean Penn had punched someone out when he was videotaped by a paparazzi, so I'm not like that. I mean, I'm capable of being a strong puncher, but I just wouldn't do that. I'm very easygoing and friendly, and I understand maybe somebody wants to get a lot of money and they want to do it fast and they want to videotape me. I mean, that's positive, you know, it's not a negative thing. Bianca Del Rio is talking about how, you know, of course she's going to take a picture with her fans. Of course she's going to be there for her fans. And she's like, if you're not, you're just like, why wouldn't you? And I mean, you know, I mean, for me, it's more just you know, the timing and everything. Like if I'm in a mood to be videotaped by someone, I don't mind. You know, I don't mind. It's just that normally I'm not in that mood because I'm not like this is so foreign to me that somebody would videotape me, even though I know I'm going to be a huge star and starlet. But I just find it odd. I don't know why. It's not like it's unheard of. I mean, there's paparazzi all the time in Hollywood and people that just videotape stars for whatever reason. But I don't know. I'm not used to thinking of myself as a celebrity. I mean, I'm not a celebrity because I'm not famous yet, but I'm heading in that direction. So I mean, I don't know if obviously other celebrities might feel the same way. They just don't. How can you connect to being a celebrity? It's just not something that is a normal thing in life, you know? It's not like you feel like you're above everyone or you're, you know, someone that's sought after in general. It's not something that people feel in general. But when you are a celebrity, that's what people think of you as. So it's kind of like very and I'm not even close to being a celebrity, and I feel that way. So I can only imagine how celebrities feel. They must feel like they're bombarded by photographers and people that want to videotape them all the time. And you know, I mean, as long as you know, I just find it's an interesting culture for sure. I just find it so, you know, I don't know. It's just like I don't know. It just seems so odd to me that people would do that, even though it's obvious they want to make a quick buck, or they value me, or maybe they want to date me. I don't know. I just never used to be videotaped before, so I never felt that it was going to happen. Um, but of course, it's obvious as to why people would now, and maybe some people are like paparazzi type people. I don't know. I just find the whole culture of like pop culture with celebrity status and celebrities to be not odd necessarily, just unique and different to what I ever thought I would experience. And I mean, here I am talking about this and I'm not famous, but I mean, it is something that people really, you know, I mean, I'm really gorgeous. I'm going to be a celebrity. I just don't see any other point of view, right? Where somebody may not be a celebrity type or they're not as gorgeous as I am or whatever, and